G'day, welcome back to the Gfinity Elite Series presented by Alienware. CSGO is brought to you by Logitech Game Peripherals and Dare Ice Coffee. Sean, we were chatting in the break because we're mates.
Yep.
We hang out. It's not just a professional working relationship, we're also good friends. We were talking about the Sydney Raw lineup. Now, you're quite excited about some of the players we're about to see, yeah?
Yes. I mean, their entire roster is full of incredibly experienced and notable players.
Yep.
I guess a lot of fan favourites in that roster. An interesting one for me is no infrequent this week, but they're bringing back Insanity, who had an incredible week one for the boys, and he'll be coming back and looking to continue that form. And also, I wanted to point out Destiny, who on the stats is having a belter series with 98.1 average damage per round.
Right.
That's almost an entire kill every round that he plays. So when you want to look at stats and players that have a lot of impact, he's right up there for Sydney Raw.
But of course, the other players we're seeing on Raw are also bringing a lot of experience.
Yes, well, you can't go past the duo of Top Gun and Havoc.
Yep.
Obviously, having played together, they've played at an international level at CSGO majors, which is, not many people in Australia can claim that they've done that. So those guys bring a wealth of experience that is just unmatched in this country. So I'd be looking. I think Top Gun had a bit of a weaker performance last week, and that's unusual for him, particularly after his week one performances. So I'd expect to see him really bounce back this week.
Now, we are going to throw the casters. We're not going to talk about the Melbourne Order lineup. That's just because we want to get into gameplay. We're not saying anything about them. They're awesome. Look at them. They're great. But we are just going to get straight into gameplay this time. So over to you, Jim and Mac. Let's get this final match underway.
Thank you very much, Luke. We're here for the third and final match of week 3 of the Elite Series. And Mac, it looks like the future's so bright. You're wearing sunglasses.
I just don't want to have to look at you anymore. And I can't actually see anything with these. They're not prescription, so I'm pretty much up shit creek right now. And I'm ready to watch a game, so I'll probably have to swap off these. But, I thought they made my eyes pretty.
Yeah, right. We're going to paddle into this match, mate. Either way, Order. They didn't talk about them much on the desk, but we know that they've got some big guns in there. We know that Raz delivers when the pressure's there. And time again, he's been a player that's bailed them out of a lot of difficult spots. Can you see the video?
I can see from here. That's how bad my vision is. Anyway, it looks like we've gone to cache.
Yep, I'm glad you can actually make that out. Because,
it looks like it says cache there. I can see that.
All right, cache is going to be the map. Now, this is going to be an interesting contest because cache is a map that lends itself really well to both these two teams. Now, keen to see how they both contest middle here from both a CT and a T-side perspective, because we know that having control of middle on cache allows you to be super free-flowing between the two bomb sites.
Yep, split into either of the sites. You can even go through Z, and if no one's watching the flank, you can split in from multiple different ways as well. Definitely a strong part of the map to control, although A main and B main both, very important points to control as well.
That's right. Now, for you, are there any particular players to look out for? I know you're going to have a bit of difficulty looking out for anything, but
I can't really see. I can actually make out. I think that's a beard, some kind of average beard there.
Average?
Yeah, on that man.
Wow. I know you're wearing it, maybe you're throwing shade as well.
Wait, I'm gonna swap glasses.
Here we go. Back to regular Mac.
Oh, no, that's a great beard. Yeah, that's an
Going
awesome.
Mac to the future.
I don't need these things anymore. Get them out of there. Beautiful place to put them there. Anyway, going into the game, definitely players to watch. Nikez has been showing up. Great gamer. Bartowski, sexy little boy. He's great guy. Great guy. Champion.
Glad you got to know him.
Yeah, I got to know him very well. He's a good dude. I shared a beer with him. He's above 18, all right? Just throwing that out there. He can drink legally. Anyway, going into the other side of the team here, we do have Top Gun. First week, coming out ridiculously well. Second week, single digits.
Yeah, he didn't really back up that fantastic performance here, but I mean, you're looking at players with his experience. He obviously offers more than just frags for them. He's going to, I spoke to him a little bit during the week as well. He's keen to redeem himself in terms of his performance. He recognises too that it wasn't his best Counter-Strike. It wasn't really a map. Funnily enough, Ground Zero actually came into that match with a game plan around Top Gun. Okay. And purposely also avoiding him as well.
There you go.
So he never really got going because a lot of the time too, it was also either he was being put under pressure at that B bomb site on Mirage, or he was forced to retake that A bomb site, and it's not easy to get into a match as well. And as we said, he's a key player for them when he gets going. He shows up from time to time. And speaking of players that show up from time to time for Order, Sonic, he's leading the kill count for them, which means for me he's getting into those key areas. He's taking key contests for them as well. And for a player that's also sharing the load of in-game leadership, it's not an easy thing to do.
He plays B-side on Inferno, and both weeks so far they played Inferno, right?
Yes. Actually, Order have been looking to play Inferno here, but the map is going to be Cache, and I'm keen to see how these bomb site pairings sort of work out for them on this map now.
Yeah.
Important to note here, this map is very balanced, isn't it? I mean, in terms of the Australian meta, it's probably one that sort of lends itself a little bit more to the T side in recent times, and I guess over the course of the last 2 years. It's a very nice close-up too, by the way.
We're getting very close today and personal. Who is that? I can't tell from that close. I need to...
Do you want to put your shades back on, mate?
Is that, yeah, no, I can't see at the best of times.
You're getting too close to that monitor, and you're not even wearing them anymore.
No, this is my hunched back. You know, I've been at the gaming chair for too long, and it's just ruined my posture. No, it's ruined it. Bad posture.
We're just going to do a fast spin.
Bad spinal cord. You know, that's me.
But I'm hoping for a good pistol. I
am too.
From Raw's perspective, they are now on that T side and need to get themselves early entries here. Havoc going to look to be the key for this round because he holds a few pieces of utility as well as Destiny as well. So actually, funnily enough, Destiny looking to get into this match early on. He's been a quiet performer for them, just picking up frags here and there, but Sonic actually finds an opening frag. Towski goes down in mid, and mid-control has been surrendered here as Order needs to defend that A bomb site because that bomb is making its way there, but Sonic's now under pressure here from Wizard at short, former teammates, but now on different sides of the fence at the moment as Sonic is doing a great job of holding things down at A, and this is why he's top of the kill board as he is taken down by Insanity. Now Insanity back in the roster, he's going to try and prove his worth here in this round if he can get that bomb.
Definitely a little bit anticlimactic. Beautifully played by Sonic, though, isolating all those angles and taking one-on-one fights, not peeking into any of those crossfires that were there from Order. Here we are, Mizu has spotted that bomb going down. Insanity going to hide here. Wolf 1-1. Has to go for the reload. Runs out of bullets. 12 left, 1 in reserve. But we are going to see Nikez coming in here to find Insanity. Nice little retake. Could have been a bit cleaner, but Melbourne Order are going to be the team to take the first round of the game.
Sonic really pitching in here. And he opened up with a nice frag as well, but he's held it down really well on this A bomb site. And what that allowed his team to do was just get themselves into better positions. They lost control of mid early on. That's a great frag onto short, but they lost control of mid early on, so almost immediately from the get-go, he was under pressure on that A bomb site, and he held up.
Yeah, he was the first to find the frag that round as well. You know, first of the match. And your player to watch, you know, proving why he is that. Anyway, here we are, second round. Melbourne Order with a much better buy. Raw looking like, after getting that bomb plant, they are going to be trying to buy into the third. Now Raz getting aggressive through the smoke, going to be taking down Havoc. And Insanity teaming up to find that frag. And then caught with a grenade out. Mizu gets tagged down to 10 HP, but he still has the MP9, catching Havoc off guard there. He will fall eventually. Destiny hitting the headshot. Kowski will be taken down by Top Gun, but Nikez with that M4 will find Destiny in a 3v2 situation. That bomb is going to be thrown over to headshot. We are going to see Top Gun taken down. Now it's brought back in Melbourne's favour, especially as they hit the last couple of bullets. Nikez finding Insanity, who tried to go for the cross there in Order. 2 for zip, but great damage coming out from the Raw.
Great damage coming out from the Raw. I dare say a little bit disappointed that they didn't actually close that round out for themselves. They had a player advantage quite clearly, and the issue was the fact that they had no utility, nothing left to try and get themselves across that point into the B-bomb. So the bomb never quite made it there. Things fell apart. I mean, if they would have just stepped and potentially overwhelmed their opponent, they actually risked being doubled and tripled. So it wasn't an easy round, but one piece of utility there would have really made the difference. And whether that came from something that was purchased or something that actually dropped on the floor, key differential.
Yeah, could have completely changed it, but once again, hindsight.
The Powerball.
Beautiful thing. Powerball. Betting is bad. Gambling, on the other hand, on sites is okay. But on bomb sites, not on websites. Screw that stuff. Get it out of here. Anyway, here we are, Wizard. Top Gun going to be finding Towski there. Wizard making that noise to try to keep Towski preoccupied. Nikez here. will be hiding aggressive towards A main. Raz going to be watching B main for the moment. Sonic, though, coming back out. Destiny may have heard the drop, but is he going to be able to hear something? Ooh, boost up to Shroud.
I think they're aware of his presence. It's just they don't need to worry about him because they're not taking that angle.
There you go. Top Gun will find an entry towards the B site. Mizu falling. That actually might not have been near the B site at all. No, it definitely wasn't. It was over towards mid, but Nikaz up on boost. Will find Destiny making his way out of Squeaky. And he will fall back over to Truck now. Raz posting. Will find that shot. And a second. Beautiful play. Havoc hiding here in gutter. Has been spotted. Raz can't hit the shot. Havoc finds the headshot himself, though. Trying to cross. Will be there on site successfully, but the bomb out in the open. Timing favouring Raw just for a moment. Nikaz trying to fling around. The bomb is going to be thrown, but Sonic peeking from heaven will find the final frag onto Havoc, who had to try to grab that bomb. We are going to see Melbourne winning that gun round.
And this is what we didn't see. I think it was a nice frag there from Top Gun in back play.
Yep.
It wasn't quite caught. No, actually, no, it was. He's just winding back to clock here.
Hey, oi! Oi! I like it.
That is known as the bell ringer. And Mizu has had his bell rung. But it didn't actually pan out that way for Sydney Roar, as they did end up losing that round. Some brilliant B-side defence once again, proving to be the difference. Melbourne Order this time. Clear advantage here and actually backing off a little bit. They're not playing as aggressive in the bomb site, recognising that there is a potential here for an eco rush.
There we are. Destiny trying to lurk out, but Nikaz with a nice angle will stop that completely. Tapping him down and finding that head. Beautiful Molotov straight onto the light. I'm sure that was a lineup and not unintentional.
It's lit.
Lit as mates. Anyway, Towski will find one with the UMP. Mizo taking down Shotgun as well. And now in a 5v2, it's all up to Destiny. Not Destiny, sorry. Insanity. The other Itty on the team. And Wizard will be left last alive.
And not a great deal of options available to Wizard. We know he's a great player, but I mean, this is probably asking a little bit too much of anybody in this instance. P250. If you can get a bomb plant here, obviously he's going to be very proud of that fact, but should be shut down here, and he does get shut down. Nikaz just closing that one out. Keeping it clean as well from Order, not dropping a single weapon there, using those SMGs to just farm up and build their economy as well, but this is where it gets tested. This is where they have to make that choice as to whether or not they upgrade and get some better weaponry here. Good to see that Raz in that AWP in Raz's hands, just showing a bit of flair, a bit of razzmatazz.
Bonus round. Bonus round. Bonus. Yep, cool. Anyway, Towski and Mizu both holding onto the SMGs. I was trying to start a chant with Twitch chat, not the actual audience, alright, trust me. Anyway, Top Gun turning up this week. Finding Raz. Insanity has taken down Towski, and it looks like Mizu's going to be coming in through vent quite quickly. Havoc caught off guard, but he does pull the gun out just in time. Holds the spray. 3 bullets remaining. Has his teammate there to help hold the cross, but Mizu with the MP9 going to try to cross. He gets tagged down to 15 HP, but he will survive for the moment. Sonic going to find one through the smoke, taking down Top Gun. Beautiful headshot there. Nikaz with the AK on the rafter. Going to be taken down. Beautiful shot from Wizard there. Now on a 2v4. It's back in Raw's favour. Bit of utility going to be used to the A site, but it is completely clean. Mizu here. Heading back to the B site, we do see Sonic over in B main, potentially going to go for the flank, but Wizard in Z. Beautiful place for him to be right now. Looks like they're going to get rid of one of the AWPs and try to save the second. We are going to see Sonic finding the frag onto Havoc, and now in the 3v2, I don't think we're going to see Order go for this one at all. What are your thoughts, mate?
Unfortunately for Order, all they can best hope for at the moment is they can, whether or not they can save their weapons. Now, Mizu's done the smart thing there. He doesn't want to give away 2 AWPs for 1, effectively. And I feel as though if he misses a shot here, he might even just potentially throw that one over the fence just to make sure it doesn't actually get back into the hands of Raw, because he picked up that AWP from, I think it was Top Gun, that was sitting in B main. But I mean, a bit of a messy round for both these two teams. Some shots there that may have been hit on a different day, but in the same sense, and actually retain those key weapons. But Wizard, he actually caught Nikaz quite nicely here. Yep, it's raining men.
A beautiful shot.
Yeah, I was going to pick
it is quite hard to hit people in midair. Do you remember a couple of years ago when the hitboxes were broken? And the
what do you mean a couple of years ago? Like right now?
Oh, okay. Well, do you remember right now when like you can't hit people in midair because the hitbox doesn't line up with the model? That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing about Counter-Strike. It's a game of knowledge, and knowing that things are broken and definitely plays into your favour.
And knowing that you can't hit anything.
Knowing that you literally can't hit a bullet unless you're Insanity, who's going to find the double at mid. Taking down Mizu up in vent as well. That will leave Towski solo on the B side.
Insanity coming off a really successful first week. Wasn't in the roster last week, but I mean, he's going to surely remind people of what he is capable of with a nice opening 2 frag on Mizu and Sonic. That mid control has been completely surrendered at the moment, but they've actually rotated the likes of Raz in there as well. So just making sure that there is an even spread here. It is a big map, and CT rotations can be cut off quite easily if they don't have control of mid. So just doing a good job of slowing things up, Sydney Raw, making sure they all regroup, get themselves concentrated onto a bomb site here. But Niquez has got a really tough job because he's either got to sit in mid and try and focus on that and play retake A, or alternatively, he's just got to try and anchor down that A bomb site by himself. He actually picks up Insanity too, so that's a key frag.
Now we are brought back to a 4v3. That pick, trying to even it out a little bit. Raz with the AWP, not going to find anything, although there is a gap on the edge of the smoke. He could spot some toes. Cares over the smoke there. We'll find one. Top Gun getting the second on the Destiny. Beautiful shot there. Falls back behind the box as he waits for Towski to rotate in. He will be making his way up towards Truck. A little bit antsy there. Niquez will be taken down by Wizard, but Towski knows exactly where Wizard is. Is he going to be able to do anything here? We do see Havoc trying to cover his teammate, but he goes down, and now the location is known. But it's not going to matter. Wizard too sharp. We'll take down Towski. Beautiful trade there. We do see Raw picking up a second.
Yeah, Insanity just opening things up nicely in mid there, recognising that Mizu could have potentially been in the vent as well. So that is a nice piece of play from the draft player. And he was actually really close to being top of the stats for them in his week 1 performances, maintained that position. And I mean, with performances like this, if he can maintain it for the rest of the match, I wouldn't be surprised to see him on that stats leaderboard once again at the end of the game. So he's really relishing the chance here. And Towski is actually going to make a bit of a play here potentially. And just going to sit on the edge of that smoke. So this is a round where Raw need to be really careful. They're coming up against I'm going to call this a Whitlam sampler. As key frag there, actually, as Sonic goes down, but Towski also just tries to gamble, tries to push mid, tried to make something happen, but Niquez has actually recovered that AWP here, so not all is lost for order.
We are going to see Raz come in and flashing towards A main. Niquez looking to get aggressive to try to make it a bit more even, but as you see that Top Gun making his way up highway on the ladder, the noise is enough to bait. Oh, Niquez. And anyway, here we are, Wizard. Beautiful headshot there. Now last alive, Mizu on the B site. We'll find one onto Insanity. Upgrades to the AK. It looks like he is going to get aggressive to hold. Wizard making a lot of noise, although Mizu whiffing. There we are. Head going to be taken off. Beautiful shot there. Nice little angle. Now Destiny in checkers. Making a bit of noise, waiting for his teammates to come in. Mizu going to find one more. Now in at the 2v1. Havoc flashed off the angle, but his shoulder was spotted. With this one, what's going to happen? Havoc whips the shot, but he did get a chance. Now Top Gun's going to be coming in. Mizu will find that one onto Havoc. Top Gun at tree. At least spot the cross over to B main. Is Mizu going to peek him? Oh, the timing. Oh, Mizu's been spotted. Faded the shot, but he picks up the AWP.
He knows it too.
A little bit of cat and mouse there.
Yeah, I know he's not a barber, but he's handing out skin fades.
Huh?
Don't mind me, mate.
Huh?
Don't mind me.
Do I need to put those sunnies back on?
Yep, put them back on. You're going to need all the protection you can get.
I can't cast with them. I can't see anything, mate. I need these on.
Can you cast without them, though? That's the question.
Yeah. I can't cast without glasses. I can't see anything. I've been called out before that I'm just wearing them to look smart. But to that guy, I say, screw you, kind sir. Can't see anything.
Thanks, random citizen.
Yeah, I don't know who it was who said it. I couldn't see him. I didn't have my glasses on. Anyway, Destiny.
I hate that.
Oh, the timing there just going in the favour of Destiny as he managed to cross before the pre-fire came in. Towski going to be hiding at sandbags with the CZ. Lots of Molotovs on the Raw, so he probably will be checked eventually. We do see Niquez ready for backup on highway with that Deagle. Beautiful B main. Aggressive smoke coming in from the CTs. Raz going to push, potentially get control of Sunroom. Molotov slowing that down. Insanity with the read, but it looks like Raz will fall back just for the moment.
Just a really slow approach here from Sydney, where they're really trying to sound out their opposition, find out what is going on with their economy. Now, they have a bit of a read, and I mean, look for Insanity to be the guy that they send in to just suss things out a little bit. As he's got that SMG, he's got that MAC-10, so he's a little bit more expendable, but more importantly, He's also got a great amount of movement available to him because that SMG just allows you to bounce around. You can farm some money, take down Towski, and stepping wide. Nikes not rewarded there, but does some damage to Havoc. And they do take control of mid here, but they're actually going to run straight into the path of Sonic.
Oh, that flash was good, but it blinded both teams. Mizu tried to find one, but couldn't hit the shot. Insanity, you're going to find yet another. The Wizard goes down to Raz, who has the Deagle, the budget off. There you go, Insanity not going down. The Mac 10, definitely the play there. The Sydney Raw, even it out at 4 rounds each.
And look, that squares the ledger somewhat, but in terms of money, the CT side, not fantastic. So they're just taking a slight technical pause here at the moment just to try and, I guess, get everything in order. But from Raw's perspective, they've been able to work themselves into this quite nicely.
They've been doing a great job. I'd like to point out the crispness of those monitors. They were very sharp there on the camera angle, panned across there.
Yeah, look.
Top Gun showing us love.
He's also quite sharp too, Top Gun. It's not just the monitors that are sharp.
You're not wrong. Anyway, look at that. Top Gun 8 for 6. I think he's got more frags already than what he got last week.
Yeah, I think he's doubled his tally. But, I mean, Top Gun always knows when there's a camera around. I think, funnily enough, his in-game awareness and out-of-game awareness, he possesses both.
He's in the real world and the virtual world at the same time. Some people can't deal with that.
I can't.
Yeah, no, it's a hard thing. I hate being anxious and around people.
Just around people?
Yeah, that's why I wasn't talking much in the first week. I had to get used to it. It was foreign to me, being outside. It's crazy.
You should go to Sunroom.
Nah. I got burnt really easy.
Oh!
It's a thing. Just like Destiny got absolutely deleted by Razzie Boy there. Beautiful 1D. Towski on the peak, trying to get the info and the gun. He's made his way back to the B site. The bomb will be retrieved, and it looks like we are going to see Raw grouping up and heading over towards the A site. Although, Sonic, he's made his way into a main lockers. Could be a bit of a crossfire, but we'll see what the Raw decide to do. They're playing it slowly, letting that clock tick down for the moment.
Just focusing on mid too, I think, Sydney Raw, just making sure that, like, they know that something's up. Obviously, Raz on that Deagle too. We'll give them a bit of a hint as to what's actually happening, but need to be careful because Sonic has got a lot of info, and this is looking good from an order perspective because they've got numbers over in the bomb site towards B. So from Towski's perspective, a lot hinges on how he uses this AK.
Look at this positioning though, up on the missiles, the man playing the off angle, and it's not going to prove effective. Insanity too sharp there for him. They spotted Nikes crossing over the triple box, push coming in. Raz though with the Deagle, picking up 2 more. Wizard and Havoc both going to go down. Mizu finds one, just Top Gun, and Order bring it back. Sonic going to find Insanity. That was absolutely ridiculous.
Oh,
what the hell? That went from 0 to 100 real quick.
So did you.
Sorry. Not sorry.
My goodness.
Wow.
Me, oh my.
My
Take a
bloody
brief
heart, mate.
respite.
I need to... Oh, you talk. I can't.
Now, there was. Now, I spoke about a bell ringer earlier on. Mizu had a bell ringer given to him, but Raz is also handing them out as well. That opening frag and then the pairing as they went into that bomb site. My goodness. Just reminding people that he's still there. He's still a force to be reckoned with, even on the Desert Eagle. And that actually brings things back into an interesting mix because Order picked up all their weapons there for free, and that is, well, all bar Towski's, but he also was given an AK in that round too. So like there was a lot that was lost by Sydney Raw in that instance, and there was a lot that was gained by the CT side in Melbourne Order. So that really benefits them, and CT economy, as we know, is really difficult to manage. So the fact that they've been able to pick everything up for free, got their money for nothing and their guns for free, and Sydney Raw now, again, just taking a slower approach, just trying to take control of mid. I really liked it when they started to open things up a little bit and just let Insanity dictate the pace of play. But they've slowed it down. Let's just see if it pays dividends.
Looks like Towski's going to be finding the first rag there onto Insanity. We are going to see Destiny getting an entry onto Towski as he does start to rotate up to the A site. Nikes finding one of the Wizards. Sonic taking down Destiny, trying to come out of Squeaky. Mizu on the Havoc as well. Over on the B site, the Lurker going to be stopped in his tracks. Now Top Gun last alive. The man's picked up a few frags so far. Can he find a few more? Sonic has the bomb in sight. Top Gun doesn't have the AWP though. The gun we're used to seeing him with, and he will be taken down by Nikes. Sonic pulling out the butterfly knife, having a bit of a peek at that. And there you go. Order. 6 rounds.
Find themselves a handy round in the sense that it actually puts the pressure back on the Sydney Raw. Now they need to make sure that they can get themselves a plant in this round because that loss bonus is going to start accruing for them. But they've really struggled to get a round on the board since losing that eco. It's a really bitter pill to swallow actually. Usually, a round lost to an eco actually adds up to multiple rounds lost just because of you lose that mental edge. As a team, particularly if your opposition fully eco you as well. So they're on the pistol buy here, Raw, and just looking to see if they can punish any CT aggression, but Order have actually dialed it right back. They're going for a super passive play, just sitting back in the bomb sites, making Sydney Raw bring the game to them.
It's a good play. They've got the momentum. They've got that morale behind them. And they're going to try to use that to hold crossfires. I don't know if it's actually going to be effective. Guns are usually a better option in that scenario, but Raz will find first contact as he takes down Top Gun, looking for a bit more. Does get dinked, so he will fall back with 29 HP. Towski on 2 as well. The man's quite low. Looks like he's had a bit of a tiffle over on the B site. Mizu though, picking up the frag onto Havoc. Destiny will find an AK and Nikez. And we are going to see the bomb over towards the B site. Rotate almost drawn out. Towski started to move over to Tree. It will be a good place to be. And Mizu will find one there. Onto Insanity. Wizard taken down as well. Towski getting aggressive with 2 HP. The man's a maniac. And Order, 3-round lead.
Yeah, maniacal Towski there in the end, supporting his teammate well in the bomb site. But Raw, this is a round again that they're going to really try and capitalise on from a economy perspective, because this is where the game starts to really get difficult for them in the sense that if they start to go a little bit faster, they know the CT economy is good. They know that the CT side are actually going to have the Molotovs and the utility they need to just slow things down to the pace they need to. So in some senses, if they can catch the opposition off guard, it's going to be great. But if they do give away too many clues that they're actually rushing, and when they do go quickly, they have the utility to slow things right down, and actually extends into the back end of the half as well. If they take too long and nothing happens, Order haven't actually used a lot of utility throughout the course of the round, so they have a lot to just slow things down in those last 30 seconds and makes it really difficult to get in the bomb site. But I like this from Sydney Raw. They're taking control now of mid, just pushing numbers there and pushing Melbourne Order back into the bomb sites with plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, they are using a lot of utility here, considering they have full control of mid. Towski giving it up, rotating from highway all the way back around to Z. Let's see what he can do here. Top Gun's going to be watching. Crosshair placement, going to be wrong there for Towski. He took the gamble. It was not any good for him, but Nikaz peeking at Toxic will find one onto Destiny and even it out at 4 apiece, but it looks like Raw. They've made their way into checkers. Hit the B site. Mizu whiffing a couple of shots there. 91 Insanity as opposed to 92 Insanity. But he's picking up the entry. Mizu hiding it back a site. Beautiful place to be. Havoc will find one on the Sonic who tried to get aggressive there. Now dropping into headshot. Wizard goes down. Beautiful flash from his teammate. Mizu falls. Trade comes out. Nikez trying to find some more, and he will pick up the double to close out the round. Triple actually for the round. Order. 8-4. We're all losing that momentum. It was a very close round there.
And they tried to take control of the B bomb site, but they met nothing but misery. As unfortunately, he did a great job of just shutting them down. Just like you're doing a great job of shutting me down, mate. I love it.
Did you say misery?
Yes.
I didn't hear the mizu. It sounded like you said misery.
Depends on pronunciation. Do you dance or do you dance?
I like tomatoes, not tomatoes.
It all depends on how I'm trying to work into the play. But faster pace.
I like B-rushes too. Anyway, Destiny here with the P250. Going to be taking off Raz's head. Mizu in a bad place, but he's going to pick up 2. Can he find some more? Pulls out the USB. Who is this? Top Gun. The man's going to eventually fall. 24 HP left on Mizu. He's trying to survive, jumping, Grinfo baiting, and Towski comes in on the flank to mop it up. Insanity being taken down. A beautiful play there from Order, especially Mizu.
Great work from him. I think he's just, I don't know what he's made of, but right now, he's just, he can't do anything wrong in that B-bomb site. Now, it was a little bit sloppy in some regards, that final frag on the Top Gun. But he's staying alive for so long, it gets really awkward for the T's when they get into that position where they're caught between committing to the B bomb site and they're sort of out in the open, they're really exposed to heaven and the CT cross, and he's just keeping them in that limbo for long enough for the rotation to come through, and they're not really having the effect they want to when they rush that B bomb site. So he's doing a great job of just stemming the tide back into Order's favour. And now again this aggressive A presence from the Order is being played, but Wizard takes down Sonic, and that's a good opening here for Raw.
Do have the early rotate. Massive stack coming out from Order after all of this information is gained. Towski up on the balcony there will take down Destiny. Nikez finding one onto Wizard. And it looks like the rotate might come out from the Raw. Slowly making the way back to mid, and Havoc's going to open that one up. Towski, he has been taken down, and there is still 2 men on the A site, but the bomb's gone to the B. We do have Mizo here. Let's see if he can do it again.
This time, holding outside the bomb site. He's done a good job of keeping them out so far, so let's just see if that change in position pays dividends here. And he actually catches Havoc out, caught throwing a Molotov, finds a second as well, and Top Gun is left on his lonesome here. Mizu's done a fantastic job. He's the immovable object.
He's doing a great job. Absolutely beautiful. I thought Top Gun was going to push through that smoke there, but he's made the right decision and gone to side. He does have control of the bomb. Molotov's coming out on site, going to force Top Gun to plant in a position he may not want to, but safe at the back of triple. Should be able to get this one down. It has been heard by order, but they're just going to wait for the rotate. Scope has been spotted by Raz, and Mizu and Nikez going to group up there to take Top Gun down. And in the 14th round, we are going to see Order taking it to double digits first, 10-4. Are the Raw going to be able to find one more?
And look, just like Mizu found another one there, hopefully Raw can find themselves another round, because that 10-5 score, and like I said, the map itself these days in terms of meta in Australia has traditionally skewed itself towards the T side. The T side, it's if you get control of mid, you become a little bit more free-flowing. I think Order have done a really good job of just shutting things down when it gets to the bomb side, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more control of mid coming through from the Raw. They've done a fantastic job. They got Insanity up the boost there. He was opening things up quite nicely, but I haven't seen that from them in the last few rounds, and that change in strategy and that focus towards the bomb sites themselves hasn't actually paid dividends for them.
Nikez holding from the top of Highway will find Insanity and finish him off through the smoke there. Beautiful hold. Finding one onto Nikez. Beautiful trade as he boosts over the smoke there. Nice little angle. Finding the second onto Raz as well. And Sonic in A main will find himself the bomb. And Havoc falls. Now, 2v2. Mizu getting aggressive through B main, trying to hold the rotate. It's looking good, although I think we're going to see a boost coming out here, Jim.
Yeah, look, they need to do something. I mean, they need to get themselves better position, because it's really difficult for them to just take it through conventional means. So there's going to be on Destiny and what he can just fashion up. Is he does catch out one, but they know the jig is up, and it is really difficult now because Destiny, it's all on him, and there's not a lot he can do. Mizu actually pop flashes through, and 11 for the score. That it ends up being a really good half from Order's perspective. And Sydney Raw came out of the gates quite hot in the early instances after taking that gun round. But look at the damage being done there by Mizu.
20-5. 4 KD. If this was COD, which it's not, he'd be a legend.
A legend?
I think so. I don't know. I wasn't that into COD. I wasn't one of those boys that played COD as esports. I don't know. I just have a console, mate.
Now, I'm going to have really difficult times fashioning that into a segue, but we'll be back after the break with the second half.
Yeah, oh my god.
I feel like...
That's all for you, Mac. That's all for you, mate.
I'm clapping myself, mate.
Someone has to clap.
I'm that pumped.
But, second half, big task ahead for the Raw. I think in the break there you were just mentioning the fact that they were taking some mid control. Yep. But Sonic, as you said, was reading it so well, and they were just taking the extremities and pushing in that A main. There wasn't a lot of presence in A main, and when there was, the flashes coming through from Order were really effective. But this is where Sydney Raw can really knuckle down. They're on that CT side. At the end of the day, they just have to sit back and wait for the opposition to come to them.
Yeah, and I think they can do it, you know. The Raw, they have the aim, and a lot of these rounds have been going down to the wire. Order have just been finishing them off right at the end, and massive solo plays from Mizu on the B site too. The amount of times that the Raw did go there and just got shut down completely by fast rotates and, you know, the aim of a champion, it definitely helped out. But here we are, Destiny going to be boosted up early. Mizu hasn't heard this one at all. He's not going to turn around. Didn't hear the drop apparently, and Destiny's going to find one, looking for a second, keeps on re-peeking, does have the aid of Top Gun there.
Now, funnily enough, Sonic was sitting close enough in mid. I actually thought he would have heard that, but my goodness, an aggressive CT pistol. I know they're playing on the defensive side, but they looked more like the attacking side there as they did really up the ante. So that boost in mid, they pushed 2 over, and it really caught Order off guard. Order were just sitting back in a default holding pattern, completely unaware to the fact that they were being pushed.
It's beautiful. Beautiful play. Beautiful CS, mate.
Beautiful shirt.
Thank you. It's the kindest thing anyone said to me today. Anyway.
And that's about as good as it's going to get, mate.
Probably. I don't know. I'm not good at compliments, I'm sorry. Anyway, here we are. At receiving compliments. I love complimenting you. I don't do it often. I don't do it enough, mate. Anyway, here we are. Sonic with the Deagle, playing close on the short side of mid-main. Has a CT right next to him. But he will just be holding for the moment. Wizard looking towards Squeaky. Towski, potential victim there. Peeking. Going to be taken down, and Destiny spins around, ready for a potential trade to come out from Order. But we see Sonic just holding a nice little angle. The LAN angle. Very tight there. But Towski at the door, not wanting to open it. Doesn't really know how to use this tool. The door handle. I don't know. The man's a plank sometimes. We do see Insanity taking him down. He found that handle, and he also found the end of Insanity's MP9. But Raz here with the Deagle, looking to find something of his own. Trying to even it up. 5v3.
Insanity doing it sideways, though. Someone tell the admin. And Raw just liking this slower pace. Now, Destiny was in a great position early on because that gives you so much information. You can hear the T side in A main, you can hear them in mid. But he's also very risky as well, and he was playing it solo. So let's just see if Havoc can... there we go. Just takes the laces of Niquez. And again, just this slower pace means that Melbourne Order are being picked apart by a really well-controlled Sydney Raw. And as you said, look at a lot of aim. Some of it is raw aim. And Raz doesn't get taken down there. Well, he does get taken down. He doesn't actually take down Havoc, but Havoc has just been a complete menace in that vent here. Sonic runs out of time. And, of course, being killed after the timer means that he runs out of money.
Niquez thought that one was quite funny. He had a bit of a laugh at that.
Well, we know they can't hear it, so I know they're not laughing at anything we say.
Oh, no. We just thought it was great. You know, killing people after time is always a bit of a momentum killer.
Unfortunately, he was out of touch and out of time.
But he laughed it off. You know,
I'm out of my head.
Did the best he could.
Destiny now. Again, we saw him playing super aggressive there. That's the confidence level that he plays with regardless. I think that's one thing to note. The Wizard, to get caught out here, important he stays alive.
Once again, that terrible weapon picking up a 2K. Beautiful push coming in. Insanity holding with the MP9. Destiny trying to play with his teammate. Beautiful. Raz goes down, and the bomb is in the hands of the CTs. Sydney Raw looking good to take this one, but Niquez falls as well. Sonic last alive with a Glock. Not a lot he can probably do as Destiny jump picks him with an MP9. That one's definitely going to make you feel a little bit dirty. There you go, the Raw finding the 7th round.
Yeah, and Wizard just shutting things down. It was a big gamble to push that main. He did it actually without the guys and the flash as well. So, does survive, but risky play. But, interesting point, that Destiny jumping frag, the MP9 actually has the highest jumping accuracy now in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Higher than the Scout at top of the jump? Really?
Well, the Scout at the top of its jump, well, the Scout in any jump was actually the most accurate mid-air gun. But now that it's been nerfed, the MP9 has really high accuracy whilst mid-air. How disgusting is that?
I might have to start using that instead of the Mac 10 and jumping.
Nah, using the Gev.
No. Nah, I'm not a dog. I'm sorry. Anyway, gentleman's agreement there. Stopping that from being bought too much. Says something about your character, Jim.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to get back into character and play this one out. Now, Havoc found the opening frag. Insanity here, going for the bonus round. Does get punished, though. Gets caught out. Nice little flash there. Maybe a little bit later than it needed to be, but Destiny holds one. Can't find the second. Niquez finds the frag on the rotation. And that is a round for Melbourne Order. So there was a bonus round from in play from Sydney Raw. They just kept the weapons all the way through. Didn't upgrade. They kept those SMGs, so they're going to buy into this one quite comfortably and just distribute that money around. So
they did give up quite a crucial round, and not too many guns were taken out of the hands of Order. So it is quite rough.
And this is an interesting play actually. Early in the piece, they've got their two mainstays with the AWP. almost immediately on him. And I'm keen to see what Top Gun does with this, because this is a bit different, and I like it. I rate it. See if he can find this frag.
Here we go. Jimmy boy, ready for it. Calling it early. And Mizu falls. Beautiful pick, and we are going to see the Raw start to... Oh, wow. I was going to say get a bit passive, but it looks like they're going to start to re-aggress into Squeaky. Look for a bit of map control and potentially rotate. Try to help out mid, which it looks like Order may be about to try and hit. We do see that man up on boost. One going to be smoked off as Destiny throws that smoke from the first section of mid. He's going to find one, looking for a second through the smoke, but as the reload comes out, Towski knows that Destiny's in the smoke there. Oh, he's done it! The illusion, the ninja, Destiny dodging the flash. What the hell is going on? Top Gun finds one onto Raz, but that's not where the action is. He's going to find another onto Towski too. Maybe it is where the action is.
Oh
anyway.
my goodness.
Bit of nice pop flash Sonic, going to be taking down Destiny, even it out to 1v3. If you can win this 1v4, that's absolutely ridiculous, and I'll skull the dare that's on the desk.
Is that a dare?
That's a bet, not a dare. I said I'm not a betting man, but
I dare you.
I back Raw here.
Sonic has to back himself in this round. 24 seconds left in play now. He's been spotted out. The rotation will come through. He doesn't have time to go anywhere else. But Top Gun makes amends, hits that shot, and look, Destiny and Towski having one of the most interesting encounters I've seen in a long time. And I live in Western Sydney.
I'm just trying to think of interesting encounters I've seen so far.
I take public transport, mate.
Yeah, I do every day. I just, oh no, I did have an interesting encounter. There was a guy screaming at me when I was walking down the side path. I don't know how I forgot
The guy sitting on the other end of the desk screaming at me.
It's Baal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Fast approach here though, Havoc. Oh! Gets taken out.
Pistol's going to be too strong here. Destiny with the fast rotate coming in through the vent. Going to find one of the Mizu there. Trying to find a second. Terrible gun. Going to pick up 2K. Wizard going to find one of the Sonic as well. Raz with the CZ. Taking down Destiny, but Wizard hits back. Now in the 1v3, Nickez has managed to pick up the AWP. Bomb down in the terrible position, but he has a minute and 20 seconds to play with, and he whiffs. Unfortunately for him, the man's not an AWPer. We do see Sydney Raw finding that 9th round.
Suffering from some aim punch there too. Didn't really help. I mean, that being said, I've seen some ridiculous shots hit. Whilst aim punch is a factor. Not to be the case there.
Did he not get the shot off first and then died? I thought
Yeah,
he got aim punched.
but he was getting aim punched while trying to take a shot. Yes. But a gun round coming out here from both these teams, and a little bit slow out of spawn here, Melbourne Order, just making sure that they understood the call. And take their time with things, Mac. We take our time with things here.
I like that Rory going for the 3-man mid stack. It's great. The 2-man mid stack. Mizu's catching on. Taking down Destiny straight through the smoke there. Bit of a pre-fire. Going to work some wonders, but there is a crossfire at mid. Wizard can't do too much if Insanity gets decked from boost, but it looks like they are going to change their positioning here. As our Top Gun solo on the A site does have the AWP, but now has Wizard close to help, just in case an A hit comes in. But the bomb is left in mid for the moment. We do see Sonic on the lurk, and he's going to find a frag onto Havoc as well. Can he find the second Insanity? Not sure if his position is known there. I think that's up in the vent. Wizard at mid, going to find one. Sonic, the lurk has been taken down. That was the man at B main, and I'm sure that Raw know this. Top Gun going to find one onto Towski as well, holding the A site successfully so far, but the bomb starting to rotate back to the B site. Insanity on the rotate, heading over to the A site as well. Looks like the Order, Melbourne Order, are going to be making their way to the B site. Should be able to get this bomb down, but no one's going to be holding the cross. Raz on the lurk finds Top Gun, and now it's all up to Insanity, who's made the read, and the bomb hasn't crossed yet.
Yeah, that smoke and that flash.
Ooh, no one checked it.
Oh, sorry, the flash from Mizu was perfect. Insanity was blind for a long time there, and now this is where the pressure really starts to pile on Sydney Raw. As this is that frag from Mizu.
Not much to see there.
Timing, picking it up perfectly through the smoke, and it's like it wasn't there. It was great, but it really, really put Sydney Raw on the back foot early on. Losing a player like that, super frustrating as a player to go down through a smoke. But Mizu just recognising and hearing the footsteps as well. Paid off.
I think Wizard was expecting someone to be going for that pre-fire again there, so he didn't get aggressive towards mid at all. We see Destiny at sandbags. I don't like that position. It only works sometimes, but most people, to get that molly off. Anyway, Insanity getting aggressive with the terrible gun. Going to find Mizu there. Picking up the headshot. I'm never going to let you live that down.
It is terrible. I'm not.
They've gotten so many frags with the terrible gun today.
That's why it's terrible.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Wizard here. Gets the reload off. Will make his way back to site. Thought he was going to go to highway and try to help out mid. Destiny left alone for the moment.
I like the fact the CTs are taking a few risks here, taking the upping the ante against order. They're not just sitting back at the moment. That flash in from the door to allow Insanity to find that frag, super key. Now Sonic, we don't often see him pick up that AWP, but with Raz going down, he's decided to chance his hand, and it's found him a frag thus far. But if Towski can find a second and open things up, more importantly, just be a presence in mid and really hamper the CT rotation, he served his purpose. But they're going to just try and encroach on mid. That bomb is really in a neutral position, can go either way, but I don't know if Destiny's where. He's got a teammate in mid though.
There is a Molotov on Nikez, but looks like they're not going to throw it to sandbags. Destiny taking full advantage of that, making me eat my words, but Sonic, he will be taken down as well now in a 4v2. Flash coming out, Insanity, not going to be blind, and with the terrible weapon he finds one more, but the trade comes out from Nikez now on the 1v3. Is he going to be able to do it? 10 seconds remaining to get this bomb planted, and we see Wizard solo on side, and he's going to hold. Beautiful angle, not going to move at all, holding that ground, hitting the shots, and there you go. Sydney Raw, double digits, picking up that extra point.
There we go. So regardless of the result, they pick up that extra point. But they're going to go for maximum points here. They're not going to settle for anything less than a victory. I know these guys want to bounce back after last week, being a little bit disappointing in that regard. And I guess in that sense here, if this game was to end right now, they'd still be disappointed with their result. So they're going to look to take things now. And in terms of the T economy, I mean, they're really forcing into it because they can sense that the CT economy is on the brink of destruction. And if they do win this round, they will find themselves, easy into the next round, potentially a match point, and just forcing the hand of the CT economy. So they've made that read. They're forced into it with what they can. They do have some of a lead still, but that can be whittled away quite quickly. Wizard picking up that fragment of Towski.
Oh, Destiny helping out at mid as well. Mizu falls. Raz will find one onto top gun. It looks like Havoc's going to be holding here. Picking up the double, almost the 3K. Flicks back, but Sonic with the CZ going to find one. Managing to pick up the AWP as well. Fighting in the corner at the moment, but Wizard with the beautiful angle. Getting the wallbang onto... Did that say Sonic?
It was Sonic.
It was Sonic, don't worry. I'm losing my head.
Yeah, I told you you're out of your head when you're not around.
Really not here. I really need a dare in my life, in my belly.
Hang on, I'll give you a moment. I'll take over. I'll talk. You drink it through.
Yeah, right.
And right now, you can see Melbourne Order. As I said, it was a key round for them because they are going to allow Sydney Raw to get back into this. If they can start to build that economy, you can see Havoc's made that read. He knows that they're going to be coming at him with less than ideal weaponry. He's just got that MP9 to try and get himself some bonus cash in the next few rounds. As this game comes to a head and reaches its finality, that money is going to prove to be the difference if he can just bank it.
Just bank it. Ooh.
Make that dank bank.
Dank bank. The stanky bank, mate.
If you're not careful, could be subject to a dank flank.
No, it's not going to happen. Sydney Raw, too strong here. I'm waiting for something to happen. They're playing it slow. Sydney Raw not getting aggressive. As I say that, we do see Havoc start push B main. They always do it to me. They always do it to me. Anyway, Destiny and Wizard going to pick up a frag apiece. Mizu trying to get that bomb. Actually, just grab the P250. Going across, we do see Raz making his way out to Fork. This could be the play. Is he going to find something? Not just yet. Insanity takes him down. Mizu finding one with the P250, but the trade comes out from Destiny. Sydney Raw finding the 12th round. Order struggling to close this one out so far, and the Raw looking good now. That bank has definitely been buffed.
It's flush.
It's huge.
And they're going to need everything in this round as well, but like they've spent all their money. Look at that across the board. They've literally only got $200 left in their bank. So I mean, for this round, it's a key round for both these two teams, but more so for Melbourne Order, because if they do not capitalise on this scenario, they will find themselves falling behind, and that loss bonus, whilst it's there, it's still not enough to cover your losses. Now, Havoc pushing through, making use of that AWP, and more importantly, just shifting it around, keeping himself unpredictable. That's going to be an issue here for Melbourne Order.
Look at this. Weird rotate coming out from the Raw. They showed a lot of presence on the A side, but then headed back towards B. And they've given up mid-control, but Havoc going to be coming in late from Z. Mizu trying to find something through the wall there. Bit of damage is going to be traded, but no frags just yet. Insanity and Top Gun both falling. Havoc finding one on the Towski too. Now it's a 3v3. And the bomb is going to be going down on the A site. Havoc trying to hold the cross, but the bomb's already on site. Now, caught off guard. Raz in the cutout, peeking, catching Havoc, trying to pull the AWP out. Now we're in a 2v3 situation. Order looking good so far, but Raz looks away for just a moment, and it's just enough time for Wizard to capitalise. And now in a 2v2, Mizu in the cross. Wizard takes him down with Insanity in the smoke. Sonic, the gremlin, the criminal, waiting for this one, giving them hope. Now in a 1v1, Wizard wants to go for the trade, but Sonic's too damn sharp. That was amazing.
When I saw that plan, I was like...
My goodness.
The discipline.
Yeah. Now, Havoc did a good job of opening things up here, just using the AWP and finding the frag. But tell you what, when it came to the crunch, Sonic was there. And he wasn't collecting just rings, he was collecting heads.
I liked how he waited for that extra second and a half, letting them think that they got that defuse. Tapped his head off.
That's it, trigger discipline.
Give him a scare.
You're giving me a scare with that stare.
Why?
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's just the package.
It must just be these eyes that you can see now that I took my sunnies off, mate. Anyway, Towski going to find one on the Wizard early on. Insanity trying to cross over to quad for the moment. Mizu with the Mac 10 looking to get aggressive. Trying to find this 15th round. Beautiful crossfire here. Could definitely help Sydney Raw. But we'll see what Order do. That bomb is towards backyard, and Sonic is still on the lurk, holding the B main push.
Tell you what though, Nick is just waiting out to see whether or not there is going to be that that boost. They're convinced that there's something happening there, regardless of who got the frag in mid. So Towski, I mean, his HP could be a massive factor here. I know at the moment it's a numbers game and it is 4 versus 5, but I mean, he doesn't have a scarf to protect him from a really strong draft, which could take him down.
Or the sunnies.
That's true.
It's pretty bright in here, those screens. They light up like the boys.
Anyway, we're slowing down to a crawl as things start to heat up now. Gun finds one. Going to be crucial here that he finds a second.
4v4, Insanity playing here at NBK. Looking to hold. Ooh, beautiful flash. Can hit 3 of the T's and slow that one down with only 20 seconds remaining. Bit of a bad Molotov too, but Mizu gets the entry with the Mac 10, taking down Top Gun Destiny. Dropping that flash, it's going to be good, but his position has been spotted. Towski eventually falls there. Trade coming out with the Mac 10 now in a 2v2 situation after Havoc finds one. 8 seconds remaining, 3 to get the bomb down. Are they going to get on site? Oh, he's made it as he pressed the E button in time. Havoc will find one. The bomb isn't going to go down. Mizu tries to get the kill. And we are going to see the Raw pick up the round.
Wow. They needed to get that bomb plant, and in the end, wasn't to be the case. Now, Sydney Raw found themselves an opening back into this match, and this is disaster for Order. Look at that money across the board. This is not what they wanted at the business end of this game, and for them, this is dire straits.
You do see Top Gun with that scout, though. Their economy is looking pretty bad. There's also a terrible weapon in play, too.
And they're doing the walk of life right now.
They are going to stay together. And it is how I like Counter-Strike to be played, but it's not going to slow down those rotates. And with no armor, this scout is going to prove effective, finding the first onto Nick as Top Gun finding the second now. On a third. Not just yet. Towski through the smoke with the P250 flying, finds the headshot and brings it back to a 3v3. We do see the scout picked up by Mizu, but no rifle just yet. Towski watching for the smoke push. Clears vent for a moment. Wizard spotting the flank. Bit of damage going to be done. Mizu down to 34 HP. Towski still clearing that flank. Going to disregard vent for the moment. Raz trying to play aggressively. Looking to hold. Mizu still with that scout. Beautiful movement and beautiful aim going to be shown to us as Destiny falls. Now in the 3v2. Are Order going to win it just with pistols? Wizard tag down to 55 HP. The location of the remaining 2 Ts is going to be known. Trade coming out. Mizu, can he find another? Not just yet. Beautiful flick from Wizard there to bring it back. And Sydney Raw tying it up. 14 rounds each.
Hopefully he's got time to defuse this now. He doesn't have a kit. But
oh, he's got. No, he hasn't got it. What the hell?
He didn't defuse that.
Oh, we're in a replay. Wrong scene to look at. Melbourne Order just picked up a 15th round on clocks because Sydney Raw didn't buy a kit.
That is disaster for Sydney Raw.
Oh my gosh.
Disaster. Now, as we talked about, Counter-Strike is a game of milliseconds. And that didn't actually play out for Raw. But look at their economy here. It's absolutely shot. They're forced to buy into this. They're coming up against AKs here right now. And Melbourne Order have really put their foot on the throat of Sydney Raw. So, opening frag there to Destiny. And what was disaster in that round, actually, despite Top Gun getting those 2 opening scout frags, is the fact that Havoc went down really quickly.
Yeah, that definitely didn't help the Raw at all, did it? Oh, here we are. Split coming in. Towski Sharp taking out Top Gun now in the 2v5. It's looking good for Order to take the W here today. Though, we are going to see Havoc stop that plant for just a moment. It will go down towards backside now. Havoc falls as well now. Insanity. 1v5. Melbourne are going to face, and I'm sure they're going to take this. Headshot coming out, but he's not aware of the flank. Actually, he is. He hears the footsteps. There's making the noise, waiting for a teammate to come in. Insanity's going to find one more. Now in a 1v3. No way he wins this. Mizu closing that one out, finishing off the frag finally, but what an end to the game, Jim.
My goodness. Heart in your mouth sort of stuff there. I mean, you thought Sydney Raw had it, and there's milliseconds left in that. Defuse, and I mean, that goes the other way. Well, I'll give you a moment just to drink it through, mate. The stress is on you. I feel like the players are feeling it, but jeez. Tell you what,
I can't count to 10 completely accurately. I thought I could, and I thought they had that defuse, but they definitely did not.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of key talking points in that game, and we're going to go back to our analyst desk to break it all down.
A tight final match there between Sydney Raw and Melbourne Order. Melbourne Order just coming out on top right at the end there. We will get into all the analysis right after this break.
Mr. Murray, have you decided on a name?
We're thinking Callum.
Calamari.
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 Let's make it Jack.
Drink it through with Dare Iced Coffee. We create machines that make every experience more intense and real. With Intel Core processors so powerful, you can redefine reality. Because the best feature of a gaming machine is the power to make you forget it's there.
Welcome back to Sydney in the Gfinity Elite Series, presented by Alienware. CSGO is brought to you by Dare Ice Coffee and Logitech Gaming Peripherals. Sean, that last match, is that how you saw it playing out? It was pretty tight.
Look, it was very tight. It wasn't what I predicted.
No, it wasn't, because you said it was going to be raw.
I did say it was going to be raw. But look, credit where credit's due. Order looking really good, actually. Like, shout out to Sonic from his in-game leading. He's also leading them on stats going into this week as well, which is incredibly impressive for an in-game leader. So, yeah, good stuff from Order. I think we're actually seeing them really improve, obviously, from week 1 now to week 3. So Raw, unfortunate for them. Obviously, there's a round there towards the end that we'll look into in a minute that was quite decisive. So.
Yep. All right, let's get into analysis. Let's look at the rounds and how it all went down. So what are we checking out first here, Sean?
I think we're starting with round 9 here, and this is the play coming out from Raz. Now, if we look at Melbourne Order, they're on the eco here. Towski has managed to recover Destiny's AK-47. This B executes coming in. Now, Insanity does open things up on the Towski, which puts a lot of pressure on Raz here on 12 HP. He did find that first one, but it's that double kill with the Deagle from 2 shots that just shuts down Raw's offensive play onto this B bomb site and really brings Order back into their CT side.
All right, and what's happening here? What's this next one?
Next one, I believe we're going to round 26.
Okay, cool.
This is just after the bomb gets planted. Now, this was great play coming out from Sonic, who I just mentioned before as the in-game leader. Now, the bomb's going to go down here shortly. In fact, it is going down here, and Sonic finds himself in a 2v2 situation here. Now, Mizu does actually get fragged at this quad box here, falls back into the Molotov. Sonic now finds himself in a 1v2, and it's quite crucial that he wins this round. We can see it's very close. That play through the smoke is incredibly smart. It's a high IQ play from their in-game leader. Very sharp shooting, able to close out the round, and then puts Order on the round, 14 rounds.
Yeah,
so
great work by
really
Sonic.
crucial.
Yeah. Now, it did come down to the wire, though, didn't it? It really did. Yeah.
Yes, as we are going to cross into the next round.
Yeah.
Round 28 here. Now, this was that play onto the B bomb site. Now, this is an eco coming out from Order. Top Gun starts popping off with the Scout. The trades are going back and forth. Top Gun does get a second one there, unable to get the third. As we see this round progress, we actually expect Raw to win this. I actually thought they were going to win this. And as it plays out, you will see that the lack of kit on the players that survive is going to be crucial. So we'll watch this play forward. Destiny's putting some shots towards the back of the site there, and the 3v3 situation, that bomb goes down. You still think it's Raw, and it's 14-13 at this point. So Melbourne Order, you wouldn't expect to win this round, even though they have control. Mizu, with that Scout, putting in great work, but it's Insanity and Wizard here who... Wizard with that first frag, and I believe Insanity comes in from the side and is able to collect this next one onto Mizu. There it is, Insanity onto Raz, sorry, and then there it is, Wizard onto Mizu. The defuse comes in. Now everyone assumes that Raw has won this round, but as we watch it play out, not enough time on the clock, Wizard doesn't have the kit, it goes down to what has to be a 0.1 seconds there on the defuse, and that's the straw that broke the camel's back as far as Raw are concerned, and Order able to go to match point and then close out the match from there.
So tight. Awesome final match here. Right now, it's time for the Logitech Play Advanced MVP of the match. Sean, who have you chosen for this final match of the day?
I'm going to give it to Mizu for his outstanding first half. Yeah, so he really popped off there and contributed more than his fair share to put those boys in the lead going into the second half, and a little bit quieter in the second half, but his first half performance was phenomenal.
Yeah, and it really was. It seemed like it was going to be around for the CTs, didn't it? Or a game, rather, for the CTs, but then
Yes.
Order just coming back hard at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that round that we highlighted just before was so crucial. Putting them onto match point off the back of an eco. I mean, Raw had done all that work to put the economy troubles onto the side of Order, and to go out like that with 0.5 or 0.2 seconds or whatever it was on that bomb defuse, it's got to be heartbreaking.
All right, awesome. But it is Mizu. Awesome. Thanks very much, Sean. Ash right now? Righto, we are going to go check in right now. Ash is hanging out backstage with the winning captain. How's he doing, Ash?
I think Sonic's pretty happy. Are you happy? That seemed a little bit tight. What was your game plan going in?
Yeah, we kind of overcomplicated the first two games, so we wanted to come in a bit loose, like I said in the pre-game, just be able to make individual plays and kind of get those clutches going through and be able to close it out that way. So that definitely worked for us, as got the win.
So what about any of the players from Raw? Did anyone surprise you or impress you today?
Yeah, actually, Insanity, the draftee, he actually played super well in the first game that he played for him. So good opportunity for him to kind of play in a big game, in a big stage, LAN environment like that. And he played really well today. Obviously, the old repertoire of Top Gun and Havoc got shotgun from Top Gun, basically point blank with that scout. So that was a bit demoralising. But yeah, I don't know. Not too stood out too much. But I think Insanity, as a draftee, a lot of pressure on him playing with such experienced players. I think he played really well.
And what about today? Did you prefer T or CT?
We actually played really well on CT. We actually thought it was going to be pretty difficult, obviously, being a bit of a looser team and kind of not having as much structure. It was going to be a bit difficult there, but luckily he's had some big individual rounds on like that. Mizu had some massive rounds on B and people kind of fired up and got us rounds across the board and we got a lot of rounds. It's actually our T side that was a bit more difficult to kind of ground it out.
Well, congratulations on your win again and best of luck for Order for all of your upcoming matches and hopefully I'll get to speak to you again.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Luca Matron.
Awesome stuff. All right, well, chilling with